Hey guys, it's Unice. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video. Somehow we are already at the end of 2024 because this year actually felt like the longest year to ever exist and so many things happened, but we are at the end. We're just gonna spend the last few days of 2024 together, you and me, and we're gonna sit down and reflect on everything and also just set new goals, start my journal, finish my scrapbook, and just do a bunch of things to set myself up for a good start. The most important thing, of course, is starting my 2025 journal, which I'm so excited for. This is my current journal. I haven't finished it. I'm just gonna continue right where I left off. I've done this for years now, but if you didn't know, journaling is basically like how I get through my life. It's a way for me to process my own emotions, and I just recommend this to literally anyone. But this journal particularly, I started halfway through 2024. No, I started in March of 2024 and I'm a little over halfway done with it. So I'm just gonna start my 2025 stuff in here. Basically, how I format my journals in the beginning of the year is I'm not a good artist, but I try to do like a little fun drawing here, like of 2025. I'll show you my 2024 spreads so you get the reference. And then after that, I do a set of goals and lessons. And then I leave 12 pages empty for a monthly reflection every month. On the left side of every month, I do just a free write description, and then on the right side I have a series of questions that I ask myself that I just really like looking back on. That's pretty much everything I do at the start of the year, and then after that I just free write journal whenever I want to. So it is now time to set that up.
I can be your third man dog, just a symptom you've forgotten. You slip me in your pocket, turn on the television on, set me in the corner now.
Somehow that took me 2 hours. Let me just show you what I did. I forgot before I start any of my New Year stuff, I do a full year-long recap. So that took me like 40 minutes to write, and tell me why literally, like, as I was going through everything, I literally was like about to start crying. That's how you know it's been an interesting year. But anyways, so I did a full recap of the year, literally wrote 6 pages, and then I did one last segment. I just said how I feel like I've changed and a quote that I feel like summed up the entire year, which was a quote from Iron Flame. The quote is, "Gods, I've missed this place. I miss what I thought my life would be. Simple, quiet, noble. But I don't miss the woman I was, the one who didn't know her strength." And I feel like that just sums up the year so perfectly for me. And I'll get into all of that later, but we still have some more reset stuff to do. I am going to sort of set up my monthly reflections, and then after that, that'll be it. And then my 2025 journal will all be set up. These 3 journals have like my entire past 4 years of my life written down, every single emotion I've felt. After that, I want to start scrapbooking. During summer, I got really bored one day, and I was like looking through my room, cleaning out what I want to bring to college, and I found a scrapbook that I got as a Christmas present a few years ago that I just never used. And I realized I have so many small trinkets and souvenirs, so I started a scrapbook. It is actually so thick, you guys, and I literally start from the beginning of my life because I'm such a hoarder. I have stuff from every era of my life. So when I was in college, there was a corkboard that I used in my room that I put any physical souvenirs on. So I even have them still right now, and I never got around to putting them in my scrapbook. So I think as this year comes to a close, I want to finish scrapbooking 2024.
We fell in love in the winter, but I miss you most in the fall. 3 years, 11 months together after one night in Montreal.
Catch me on your ceiling, that's your prize. Ugh, I love Gracie Abrams. Guys, I'm currently scrapbooking, but I can't even lie. Bad at Love by Halsey has been, not on repeat. Okay, it's actually been stuck in my head for like 5 days because I keep seeing edits to this song, like Johnny Kavanaugh, like Noah Beck, like random edits, and now it's just stuck in my head because I'm like, wow. Kind of fire, actually.
Maybe it's the long nights and the short cold days, or the rate that the planets change position. Or maybe
everyone. It is now a little while later, it's nighttime, and before I ended this video, I just wanted to do a very real sort of chit chat about this year. If you've been following along, you know 2024 was quite the ride for me. So I just wanted to like tell you guys about my year and the things I learned, and hopefully this can help you. And let's just hang out and talk a little bit. Let's do a quick recap. I'm 18 now. I graduated high school. I went through the entire college decision rejection process, which we'll get into later. And then I went to college. I started living on my own. I figured out what I wanted my career to be fully, and I started working towards that. And I worked my first full-time job this year over the summer. I gained many friendships and lost many friendships, and also reconnected with many old friendships. So that's sort of like an overview of what happened this year, but there was a lot of emotions involved in all of that. We're just gonna go through the timeline, and I'm gonna share with you like sort of like what it taught me. In the beginning of the year, I was still a senior in high school. I had freshly finished college apps. In the second semester of my senior year, as everyone started to get college decisions back, everyone just like seemed like they had their life together. I completely did not, because I was like getting rejected left and right. And then like socially, different like social activities and situations that I was put in, that I just realized I was like, whoa, like this is not for me. But just one thing led to another, and March, April era, I was so sad. So many feelings of like self-confidence and not being enough, or feeling like I wasn't in the right environment. All that kind of stuff was boiling all throughout high school. Just hit a breaking point as second semester sort of started. I literally like hated waking up. Like it was so bad, but like
I know that this ended for a reason, and that's why you and I are out of season.
that like made me realize, I was like, girl, like you need to keep your mental health in check. Like this is something serious for you. So since then, I feel like I've been much better about my mental health, and I have been able to sort of like keep myself from spiraling like much easier. Also helps that I'm like in a better environment and actually doing things I enjoy now. All that's to say, after going through that, really it was time that healed, and just like getting myself out of unhealthy situations. Graduation started to roll around. I was able to start to heal a lot more, pick myself up from, you know, the many pieces I felt like I was broken into by the end of second semester. And yeah, I feel like as soon as summer started and I was able to get out of that environment, don't get me wrong, like I loved my high school experience, but I don't know, the environment was not the best because it was just so small and so competitive. As soon as I graduated and was able to get out of that and to really think and process of everything that happened over the past like few months, and with college, I was coming to terms with my college decisions and like getting rejected all the time. And that's when I worked my first job. I went to Italy this past summer and worked my dream job at a summer music program that I literally call like my second home. That was the most life-changing experience. I was 17 in a room full of admin that all had like their master's degrees, and I was like fresh out of high school working for household name classical musicians in this program. So that was just the craziest experience, and I'm so grateful for that. That really like regained my confidence, like okay, like I can do this again. That like time period of just like being with like new friends and being in an environment that felt so safe again, like I just felt so like innerly recharged when I was there. So then I entered college, and that was a very big struggle for me at first, because I was like fresh out of this high of going to Europe and like experiencing all of these new things and going out and working my job, and like I was just like living life to the fullest there. And then like I'm back in my hometown, where last I was here I was like in a very shaky, mentally like bad state. So as I went to college, I felt like I had an identity crisis. I was like, I don't know, like what do I want to do? Like do I want to go out all the time? What do I want to do with my life? What is going on? Like it took a while for me to adjust to college, but as I again met some very great community there and just learned to sort of start to take myself a little less seriously, I felt like I was like always so hard on myself. And as college goes on now, I love it so much, and I literally am on break and I can't wait to go back to school. I really have cemented the fact that I, at this point in my life, really want to work in entertainment business, and I have already started to do like internships and all that kind of stuff regarding that. So excited. So I feel like I'm like getting my career started, which makes me very happy. I feel much more just like at ease with myself. This year I feel like I really reached like the lowest point, but that like helped me break out and become a more mature person, and less afraid of change and less afraid to like step out of my comfort zone. That was sort of my 2024 recap. But now here are the things that I'm taking to 2025 with that, sort of like my ends list. Number one, I want to work on continuously being more stable mentally. I feel like a lot of my stuff in the beginning of the year, I was just like so scared like of everything, and reaching rock bottom and sort of being like, I literally have nothing else to lose, has made me adopt the mindset of like, you know what, like it's okay to try stuff. Like you don't always have to be scared of the repercussions of it. Like just try it. Number 2 is be more mindful of what I'm thinking about, talking about, and just like have more meaningful conversations with people. Like I want to be like mindful of who is in my life and what they're contributing and what I'm contributing to theirs. And I want to get back into reading. I read so much end of 2023 and earlier this year, and I still do, but I used to read a book, 2 books a week on average, and now it's more like a book every like 2 to 3 weeks, just because I'm so busy. But I do want to get back into reading. I loved it so much. And so yeah, those are my 2025 goals and what I learned in 2024. That wraps up this video. I hope this helped you, and thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below studio if you stayed to the end of this. Also make sure you subscribe, click the post notifications, and follow my Instagram and TikTok at unicelyut. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, or whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you next Saturday for another video. Bye.